What's up, guys? Louis Santana once again on the Unscripted channel here at YouTube, here to give you the quick and dirty on the brand new flavor by Crown Royal Peach. And we've been anticipating this for quite a couple months now. Just really, it's one of the new flavors that they have for the spring, and it's just absolutely amazing. It's going to sell out very quickly. So I thought I would give you the real quick and dirty on if this is the real deal. So let's go and open it real quick. It's got a beautiful box. What I most liked about it that I thought was cool is it's got this gorgeous bag with this really inscripted peach on there. Thought that was actually kind of cool, and I think I'm going to be able to use this for other things, like maybe storing my mouse or something when I'm traveling. Just a really beautiful bag. Obviously, they're felt. They go through no expense to do that, so I'm going to stick that in there. As far as the bottle goes, the bottle's just your typical, if you guys are familiar with the Crown Royal label, they have apple, they've had maple, they've had all kinds of other flavors. So again, just your typical stuff, nothing really too fancy. Here comes the amazing part. I'm going to go ahead and pour myself a drink and give you a real-world example. Now, what I like to do is I like to use a very large piece of ice. If you can get a baseball-sized ice, that's great. This right here is kind of a golf ball size. It's actually my Death Star ice. I don't know if some of you guys have seen that on some of the other reviews. But what that allows you to do is that the ice is not going to melt too quickly. And that allows you to have a really nice mix of just getting that whiskey nice and cold without watering it down too much. So now, here comes the best part. Give it a little shake. That is fantastic. So one of the things that I see right away, it's got a nice peach, overtone as far as the aroma goes. What I really like too is sometimes Crown Royal has the innate ability of mimicking some really great flavors. They've had salted caramel in the past. They obviously have their very popular apple, which I believe is sold year round. From what I understand, this is only coming out for spring and summer. But what I'm noticing is that it's not too sweet. Now, Crown Royal's come out with some other flavors before, and I felt that they were just a little bit too sweet. Right now, they have their vanilla. I find it to be just a little bit too sweet, almost like a dessert whiskey. This right here, however, sits down really good. I'm going to take another drink so I can get you an example. So what I'm tasting is a very clean finishing Crown Royal. Crown Royal is synonymous for making a very good whiskey. And what that means is that there's no real harsh bite on it. A lot of people are always asking me, what's the difference between a Canadian whiskey and an American whiskey? Well, for one thing, Canadian whiskeys tend to be a little bit lighter in tone. You can see how pretty that is. It's got a nice little amber color, a little bit lighter. The other thing too is most times, especially in Crown Royal's case, they're using a lot more of rye and barleys, whereas in American whiskeys tend to use a lot more corn and wheat. So again, just a couple differences. Again, not specifically that way, because again, you could have some Canadian whiskeys that use corn. You could have some American whiskeys that use mostly rye. But that's going to be your two designations. What makes it an actual Canadian whiskey to be titled that way, it has to be mashed, distilled, and all fermented in Canada. That's actually the way that's called a Canadian whiskey. However, again, the separation of the ingredients also makes it kind of like that. So this is, again, a brand new flavor with Santana's Black Label. We're going to be doing some really great things with one of our new flavors coming out called I Love Melons. So we're so excited for this flavor to be available to you guys in spring and summer. You can get it all at your famous, big box, wine stores out there. Again, this is a clean finish, not too sweet, not something that'll get on your nerves. You can definitely double down this with a couple of pieces of ice. Really fantastic. It doesn't have that typical syrupy flavor. If some of you guys have tasted other, cheaper whiskeys, for example, one of the worst ones out there is Fireball. Just a syrup kind of based whiskey, not good at all. Obviously, I won't go into it, but obviously your Jack Daniel's Fire is going to be your best alternative. You want something that's going to be clean, it's not going to be heavy on your palate, and obviously right here, Crown Royal does a great job with their peach flavor. Also, for Rebel 36, we have our brand new shirts by Bella. I just came for the whiskey. If you guys are interested in that, feel free to check us out or let us know on the comment section. Also, you may want to go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. We're going to be having more reviews more consistently and more often, and hopefully we're going to give you guys some great content. So again, this one right here, Crown Royal Peach, available now. Go check it out. I definitely recommend it. It's a nice, clean tasting without being too sweet. We'll see you guys a little bit later.